What is up, guys, gals, and non binary pals? My name's Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellanea. It is a Saturday live time. And I figured I'm not allowed to put let's talk shit in the title, so I put let's talk crap. Because why not? Let's talk crap about everything. I thought, sometimes you just need to get down and complain about things. So let's do this together. But first, let me get into my hellos and then my tools. Really quickly, just want to say hello to those already in the chat. Hello to Tigger. Hello. Also, welcome Tigger to members. One of my new members. Thank you so much. Another member. Hello, Goddess Jen. Another member, Wendy, Daisies and Decaf. Hello, Wallflower. Yet another member. That leaves Alice, lonely Alice, not a member, but that's okay. There's still time. Hi, Alice. How are you doing? But yeah, it's beautiful weather, so why not complain about stuff, right? Isn't that how it works? Hi, Allison. Welcome to you as well. Good evening. Good evening. All right. So tools that I will be using. First and foremost, my tried and true diamond painting pen. I promise I will be switching this out before too terribly long, but this is my Diamond Pen Pal Satura pen. If it would just stop being perfect for all the diamond paintings that I'm working on and like matching with my nails, Anyways, I'll be using that in my multi-placer. I will be using peppermint bark from Putty Crocker. Putty Crocker has a website of their own, puttycrocker.com. And then Diamond Pen Pal is over on Etsy. Also on Etsy is Peachy Keen Pens, which this one in particular is loaded on both sides with Ghost from Diamond Painting Daily, also on Etsy. Diamond Painting Daily it's like a glue dot. It's a liquid that turns solid. It goes from white to clear, hence Ghost. And it's just like a glue dot, works exactly the same. And then also got my other random junk in my tray here. I've got this straightening tool. This is from Flawa Designs, very beautiful. And then this gorgeous trinket tray from Pucky Pie Pours over on Facebook. Everything else except Putty Crocker can be found on Etsy. So yeah, go check them out. Let me get this stuff back in my tray here, except my tweezers. I will also, hello, Shannon. You're using the same pen? Oh, this one is my favorite. It is honestly my favorite. I am using a tray from Firefly. This one is the Switch Mini Max from Firefly. This one, Switch Mini Max right here. This is a newer one. Yes, it is from Mary Morales 2024, but I liked the fish on top and the color was just divine. It has a removable lid, which I usually do, as well as a removable trash tray, which I also usually remove and set aside. And then it does have an open and closed pour spout. It is a little stiff when you first start using it. So you do kind of have to mess with it, fiddle with it for a little while. If there's a little excess material on there, you'll want to take that off. But this diamond painting that I am working on, you guys, I got to tell you about it. There will be an unboxing for this on my channel, but hello, Emma. Good evening. This is from a new to me company, but they've been around for a long time. Enablers Outpost. Yes, this one from Enablers Outpost is called Veiled in Starlight. Yes, it's gorgeous. Purple Cat Studio, Rachel Byler, another very wonderful watercolor artist that you can take a look at over on Enablers Outpost. But I've only got a few squares done so far, but the grid is lovely, you guys. It is very nice and tight. When I finish this square, I'll show you, but I'm at the bottom of the image, obviously. It is looking really good so far. There is a lot of color blocking out on the sides, but then when you move into the actual image, it's got some really good confetti mix. So you gotta love it. Hello, Autumn. Hello, Vicky. For some reason, I didn't have chat, had to restart. Oh, well, hi. Hi, hello. Um, and oh my gosh, the pearlescent drills on this are also gorgeous. Let me see if I can move some things and get this lifted up and show you guys because it is really a stunner. And the grid, like I said, the grid is just lovely, lovely, lovely. It's a little one. It's just a little 50 by 55, which I'm happy with. Figured I'd start it out because why not? I received it. But look at these pearlescent drills. Are those not beautiful? Oh, that's the 823s. Pretty soon here, I'm going to be putting in a color like this kind of color in a minute. So yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. And honestly, like, look at how tight the drill field is. Can't complain about the drill field. Even for light colors, like you don't see gapping, which it looks great. Anyways, I wanted to go ahead and get started with it because it looks phenomenal. I need to reload my pen though, because my pen is the putty in this is getting a little bit worked. Autumn. Hi, Autumn. Make sure you have it under live chat. Otherwise, you won't see everyone. Yeah, found out the hard way. Yeah, it's a pain in the booty. So I figure I'll let you guys start with what should we talk crap about? Because I wanna talk some crap about something. Okay. You help me with the subject and I will provide the bitching. It's beautiful weather, so you gotta throw some complaining out there. But you guys let me know what you want me to start complaining about, or if you want to complain about something, please, by all means. Ooh, okay, so this peppermint bark, it's like chocolate peppermint. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, I'm still using Christmas scents. Don't judge me. Christmas scents, I feel like, along with autumn scents, are my favorites. I'm not a big spring scent person because I don't like flowers. Flowers are kind of gaggy. You know what I mean? Let's bitch about that first. Okay. The smell of flowers. We're getting into the season where like pollen is a thing, right? And sure, there's lots and lots of flowers out there. But I can't like perfumey, flowery scents. Can't do it. My order from Putty Crocker delivered to the wrong address. What? I would be upset. Being forced to be on a no buy because of the tariffs. Yeah, we could complain about that too. I mean, granted, that's all I've been complaining about, I feel like, for the last many days, because it's like, we don't know what's going to happen right now. We don't know whether we're going to see Diamond Art Club double in price. Like, I can't even afford Diamond Art Club at the normal price. So, yeah, sure, let's have it double in price. And then I can't buy anything. And that's exactly when they're going to release like 6 new Moraleses or some crap. And then here I am stuck, not buying anything. I would be heartbroken. I would be legit heartbroken. And so it's like, with regard to all of the companies out there already not knowing what in the heck's going on, because I talked about that before, like just in voice chats, but for me too, I can't buy anything until I can be certain, you know, because I can't afford some sort of crazy tariff when it gets to my house. You know what I mean? What's up, Mel? Went to the neighbor to ask, said nope, not here. Oh, that sucks. Did you get a hold of Putty Crocker and let them know? Because I'm sure she would replace. I mean, it might not be the same putty or whatever, but I'm sure she would replace it. She's a very nice lady. I have something from Evermoment that's supposed to be getting here, I think sometime next week. And I get to find out whether or not it's going to be slapped with the tariff, which I'm really excited about. But uh, that one will be like my first and last order from Evermoment because as of right now, they're not shipping to the States. They won't. Can't afford to pay 20 to 30 bucks for shipping either. Yeah, no. Nope, sure can't. Let's see, what else can we complain about? Being broke. Being broke sucks. I can complain about that, talking crap about being broke. And sure, I can blame my on that because, I'm at home right now. I'm trying to make a go of it on YouTube. No complaints there. I have it better than most people, but I think the stressor is just the not knowing part and the not having steady income. The pen thing was supposed to go a little differently, but I didn't realize how uh resin and things like that were going to react to going from like warm to cold to warm to whatever. And so I think what I'm going to have to do is like bulk turn things and have those and then only do like a, a couple times a year a drop, meh. I work full time and I'm still broke. Yeah. Sinus surgery. Oh, ouchies. Thousands of dollars in debt. Yeah, that's not fun. That is not fun. Okay, can I ask you guys a question? Have you ever heard of a depot, a mail depot? Because I tried to tell Dustin it was a depot, DPEOT, and he insisted no, it's a mail depot. And I don't know what that is because I'm not in shipping and receiving. Making up words? Be- in the car industry? Oh, okay. So it's special. Well, I tried to Google it and I couldn't find anything except the word depot with a DEPOT. Also, what warehouses are called? They're called depots. DEPOT. Making up words. Telling you. Did she just say tampon? Not tampon? Okay. Well, from over here, it sounded like tampon. Just letting you know. He's playing Baldur's Gate. But apparently, a lady did not say tampon. Um, but yeah, I think he's just making stuff up at this point to make himself maybe sound smarter. He's a very smart guy, don't get me wrong, but I think he's only insistent on it because he don't want to be wrong. Can't have that. That's what the male people call it. It's weird. A depot? Well, like I said, maybe they're either like really hoity toity or they're like British. When my husband started working for Canada Post, he didn't understand the pronunciation either. Interesting. Oh, I won't say those last words out loud. That's not gonna happen. You've lost your mind. But I will read the remainder of that just fine. I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. The gallbladder removal back in December. Ouch. Man, what is it about like just needing to survive and live that we've got to pay out thousands and gajillions of dollars just to be able to survive? Like I don't understand this. Kind of messed up if you ask me. Messed up. That's right. That's right. Exactly. Dustin don't know nothing. I don't know why the hell anybody would pronounce it in that way. I don't think that that changes the spelling. I think all it does is change the pronouncing because it's still a depot. Like you're not going to be able to change the name, like the word, spelling word. It's just the pronunciation part. Why they would pronounce it depot, I don't know. When I hear depot, I think of like the Depo Provera shot, whatever. Birth control. Excuse me, birth control. I'm drinking mellow yellow. It makes me a little bit burpy, so I apologize. complaining about mellow yellow. Making me burpy. Nobody wants to hear that. I'm trying to decide if when I get done with this square, because I started the square before I started doing the live, and then I was like, well, maybe I'll just keep working on it. I'm gonna put it away. I'm like, no, we're gonna go ahead and finish the square. It's like pterodactyl, the P is silent. Right. Well, I mean, it's silent still. It's the pronunciation of the E, because the E is either depot, like a hard E, or it's like uh it like Japanese, like mameha. May would be me, even though it's a E, it's got an A sound, which is, or an sound, which is weird to me. Don't ask me to say what I just said again, because I have no idea what I just said. No clue whatsoever. Beans agrees with me. Beans agrees. He thinks it's all he thinks it's all just bollocks. That's what he thinks. I always pronounce it like depot. Same. Like it's not the Home Depot, right? I don't think I've ever heard anybody say Home Depot. It's always been Home Depot. It is a warehouse of office things. It's a what did you just call it? A hyperbole store? Oh, a department store. That's not the same. At least the raise will be retro to July 1st, 2024. Woo! All right. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's sort of the way of things. One dumb person says something incorrectly and everybody else just sort of follows suit. I think it's sort of like done to annoy people the same way that I say programs just to piss my kids off. I want to sound like an old person, so I'm like, I'm gonna go watch my programs. And they're like, man, it's programs. Whatever. Call it what I want. What's he out there barking at? Life? People on bikes. We went for a walk with the dogs. And, you know, Beans, I don't know what his deal has been lately, but people in sunglasses for some reason have been setting him off. Like, just angry, really angry. And one guy was on a scooter, which he doesn't like scooter well. Now, this guy was on the scooter with sunglasses. And then when he normally just lays on the bridge, takes a nap, you know, like takes his time, we hang out for a while, listen to the birds, he jumps up and like tries to get the guy. I was like, no, sir, we're not going to do that. At least you can't clip on YouTube like you can on Twitch. Oh, right. Whatever, I don't even care. As long as I'm not complaining about certain things or companies or people, then I'll be fine. Because then they'll grab somebody would grab that, turn me over to the authorities of that particular business, and then I would really be in trouble. So certain people and places don't get to have crap talked about them on Facebook. YouTube. We save that for Discord. We'll save all that crap talking for Discord. I'm just kidding. We don't talk crap. Yeah, we do. Just mildly. Just mildly we talk crap, but it's like about randomness, not anything in particular. That all said, I'm thinking that I was talking about the Tuesday live, right? And at first I had talked about maybe like canceling that live or rescheduling it for a different day or whatever. And I think the best option for that is going to be to move it to like later at night. and do it at 7:30 like I do. Yeah, diamonds and microplastics. Yeah, completely understand. Completely understand. I think you're fairly safe in certain places, but yeah, so I thought like, okay, let me think about moving the Tuesday to like the time when I do all the rest of them. One, for, continuity reasons, be easier for people to remember, oh, the lives are at 7:30 Central. And then also, then I don't have to worry about like Dustin getting home from work while I'm doing the live or whatever. Like it's a little bit darker, there's a little less movement on the street, you know what I mean? So I think what I may do for this upcoming Tuesday is try it out and see how, like, if there's better attendance. I'll obviously let people know. I'll put up a community post, whatever, that it's going to move to later in the day and see how that goes. Because if that goes better, I think that'll work. The whole reason that I had done a 4:30 in the afternoon or 4 o'clock in the afternoon live was because I was trying to do something for international people. But I think what it's turned out to be is like people don't come to that one from international because they have their own international people watching, like, whomever that might be. And so they're maybe already established or they've never heard of my channel, could be. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And if it's a problem for international people, then maybe they're just going to have to watch it in replay or something. I don't know. Because most of my audience is, I mean, I don't know. Alice, I know that you're on here on Tuesdays sometimes, but I wasn't sure what time that is in Australia, you know. Anyways, okay. Let's see. Ooh, you know what we could do? Let's see. While we're talking crap, okay. Um let's talk about ooh, let's talk crap about fashion. Okay. Let's talk crap about fashion because honestly, there are some trends that I don't fully understand. And it's not, I don't fully understand it because I'm like not cool enough. I think it's just, I don't understand it because it's just not cool. Okay. And I think probably late to this, what am I working on? I am working on, it's called Veiled in Starlight from Enabler's Outpost. And it looks like so. It looks like this beautiful unicorn. Yes, beautiful unicorn. Okay. So, first thing that bugs the crap out of me as far as like fashion goes, right? What the hell is up with one size fits all? Because I I don't know who that one-sized person is, but it's not me. One, I've got short I've got a short torso, really long legs, but I myself am only 5'2". So if I'm wearing something that like it fits around the waist, it fits, maybe like fits sort of kind of correctly, but then it drags the ground. And then I've got to either hem the bottoms or I've got to figure out a way to roll it up so that it's not dragging the ground because one size don't fit me. I don't know who all are, but I guess I don't fit in with all. And that bugs me. 4'10" and 100 pounds doesn't work for me at all. Yeah, no. Try 6 foot, short torso, and 36-inch inseam. Oh, that sounds rough. The one leg jeans slash shorts. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then, like, do you guys remember those? They were supposedly a one size fits all. They sold them at Walgreens stores if you're an American. They were like a popcorn shirt. My mother was obsessed with those. Don't ask me why she was obsessed with them. I don't know that it had anything to do with the one size fits alliness of it. I think it was just like she thought they were cool, but it was essentially like this shirt that looked like popcorn, right? That like it would stretch way out and it would suck to your body and somehow would make you look even lumpier than you normally would do. You remember those ugly ass popcorn shirts? Ew. If you liked those, I'm not sorry. I would say I'm really sorry, but I'm really not sorry. Like those things are hideous. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I have no chest and have an apron belly. Bathing suits never work for me because they believe plus size girls are bigger chested. Yeah, there's that too. I'm the perfect height for pants. I'm 5'6" and never have to hem them. That must be nice because I am not the perfect size for pants. I have to buy short. And the problem is that for some reason, they believe that if you wear anything larger than a size 3 and you're short, you don't get both. Like, if you wear anything larger than a size 3, then you must be 8 because none of my pants fit at the bottoms. None of them. It's just that's just the way it is, unless I get them in short or I have to roll them up. So I end up wearing a lot of like leggings or whatever because I've got to find something that fits my legs height wise, lame, very lame. But yeah, popcorn shirts, those could die in a fire. Just just generally die in a fire would be just fine with me. Would not be sad. Not even a little bit sad. I missed one. Gotta get one out of here. Where we go? There it is. Mm, I'm 5'2" as well. I wear capris as regular pants. Melissa knows what I'm talking about. But they got a popcorn tube top. Oh, glory. No. No. Go to expensive stores that cater to skinny teenagers for jeans. Um, One of my favorites would be American Eagle. Like when I was really tiny, because I'm also short. I was like, you know, tiny and short. I love American Eagle's pants. My mom had a popcorn shirt in the 90s. When I saw it, I was like, what the F is that? Right. Oh, nothing, Brenda. We're just bitching about one size fits all clothes. And Aeropostale. Yeah. I've never been to Aero, but I did a lot of American Eagle. And then like, you've got your high fashion, right? Your high fashion looks were like runway looks be like this outfit was inspired by anxiety and aluminum foil. $8,600, no refund. What? You like this top? $9,000, no refund. It's gonna be so in 40 years when you need aluminum foil in the apocalypse. You're gonna be like the coolest. Be the cool the apocalypse. The apocalypse? Is that what they're pockies? You and your apocalypse buddies. You're gonna be wearing your high fashion aluminum foil, using it for cooking. But you're gonna be real popular. I also think it's an American thing because I can get a 4X on Temu or Sheen and it will fit right. Interesting. In my clubbing days, really long shirts were in fashion, so I wore long tube tops as full dresses. Okay, that's not totally Like I've seen people do that. Pixar, it didn't happen. Yeah, I want to see these tops, Glory. I need to see them. Oh, here we go. Oh, low rise jeans. Like I know mom jeans made a resurgence, right? Hi Angela, you didn't miss anything. We're talking crap about fashion because that's what we do. Apparently, that's what we're doing today. Yeah, low rise jeans. I wore a lot of low rise jeans in the early 2000s, and I'm kind of hoping that for young ladies' current sake, that those don't make like a huge comeback because they were not super comfortable. I mean, granted, I don't wear mine where my full belly button is like covered and whatever. I never understood those because they make your butt look long. You know what I'm talking about. But the low rise jeans, it was like the pockets were like not even applicable. They didn't have any purpose to them. You wouldn't be able to fit a finger in there, much less a phone or anything like that. Like the back pockets were literally this deep, and then the front pockets were even worse. Like you couldn't fit a chapstick. Like legit, you could not fit a chapstick in those pants because you'd sit down and it would pop out because the pants were too like the pockets were too short, you know? And so I'm really hoping that like low rise jeans don't make this huge comeback for whatever reason. That would be terrible. That would be really unfortunate for people. I have a Polaroid pic of the most hooker outfit my mom let me wear. Tube top, shorts, wedge, high heels, and my permed hair. Ooh, I want to see that too, Glory. Remember teeny tiny purses with oversized belts? Yes. What about and this actually came back too. Um purses that were also backpacks. You know what I'm talking about? Now, handy, very handy, don't get me wrong, but why was the okay, one, why not just wear a backpack? But really, and remember like the bags themselves were only this big, but they fit on your backpack like a back or they fit on your back like a backpack. So why you would need to wear two straps on a bag that's this big that you could fit a tin of Altoids in? Low rise jeans were not kind to any of us. You're the tiniest bulge where your uterus was, and it makes you look like you have a gut. Yes, even if you're a tiny person. Overalls with lace gloves and Converse and hobo bag. Yes. Is it Keisha or Kesha? I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. I grew up during the Avril Lavigne days. Yeah, I'm a 94 baby, so I went through a goth phase. Still wear black and purple because it makes me look thinner. Okay, but no, I guess no. Tank tops and ties were never really cool, but I did that for just a little bit. What about feather tops? Yeah, yeah, I made people look like full-grown chickens. Keisha. Okay. Once I'm saying it right. I still posit that like wearing overalls with one strap undone was still the coolest, like the coolest, even though it kind of wasn't the coolest, but it totally was the coolest. Although I won't like we talked about this before. No to the snap crotch like unit like leotards that we would wear. No, I'm not going to go around in a snap crotch leotard while also wearing overalls. But the problem is that like when you wore those, you could see straight down your pants. Like I remember I would wear those leotards and the overalls with one one strap undone, and then I would always, like, tuck one arm down into my pant leg. Why? Who knows? Do you remember when and this is I think it's just enduring, where when we were teenagers, and it must be all the hormones, because we were always too warm to actually wear winter coats, so we would wear, like, our jackets, but they were always, like, down over our shoulders and worn almost like a like a stole. You know what I'm talking about, right? You never fully wore your coat, but you wore it, like, down around your elbows, kind of. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm thinking it's probably the heat from all the hormones, but yeah. I don't think I ever fully wore a coat like it was supposed to be worn. It was just sort of like an accessory to my elbows. Your daughter still wears the snap crotch things, like like an adult onesie, dyeing your hair with Kool-Aid. I've done that. I have done that. My dad's a skinny mini dude and came out in skinny jeans, and my sister and I looked at him and went, "No, dad, no." I had to wear biker shorts under my overalls. Yeah. Yep. Can't stand saggy jeans on guys. I want to see, damn it. Ooh, yeah, like Olivia Newton-John at the end of Grease. Ooh, got chills. Oh, man. And it's like, there are parts of 90s fashion that I probably still wear today. I mean, like jeans and a t-shirt, that's never gonna go away. It's just the style of jeans you wear. I've never worn mom jeans, never been into it. But I definitely I wore a lot of plaid, like unbuttoned, and then a t-shirt or like a tank top underneath, um, or tied around the waist sort of situation. Yeah, I did a lot of that. Very much thought that I was like Kurt Cobain or something. I don't know. I really thought I was something though. I was not. The color hairsprays that got on everything. Yeah. Oh, jean jackets. Well, that's the Canadian tuxedo, right? Jean jackets with jeans. You guys wear denim for everything. Very cool stuff. Although my oldest in a jean jacket when she was in high school, freshman, sophomore year of her high school. I got her patches, like I got her the whole shebang. She had all of it. And they were cool too because they were like, stitch patches or Nightmare Before Christmas patches. She liked her jean jacket for sure. Feel so out of place. They dress so plainly and never wore saggy pants or anything fashionable. I was raised by parents that never allowed us to do that stuff, plus all the fashion stuff. What yeah, there was a lot of fashion stuff I never understood. So mostly, unless I guess, oh, yeah, you better share with the bird. I guess I had like some fashion kind of sense. I would follow certain trends, whatever. When I started dressing for myself and not like to impress anybody necessarily, whatever, um, Dustin calls my style hobo librarian because I wear a lot of like baggy sweaters, like, like cardigan, but long cardigan sweaters. FYE and Hot Topic stores never had anything in plus size. Didn't they have what, Torrid? Wasn't Torrid for bigger girls? That's why my sister wore a lot of Torrid. But I don't know if that was gone. I have no idea. I didn't shop there personally, but I know my sister shopped there. And it was very much like a Hot Topic store, but for bigger girls. Tort is expensive. So's Hot Topic, though. I remember I had gotten this like velvet, don't judge me, precursor, do not judge me. Okay, I had gotten this velvet, um, it was a corset like bodice, okay, that laced in the front, like crisscross laced in the front. I have pictures, I'm sure, somewhere. But it crisscross laced in the front. It was very like Victorian goth. It was like maroon velvet corset thing. And I think I spent like $90 for that. And that was in like early, like late 90s, early 2000s. No, it was late 90s. And so like $90 was a lot, a whole lot. I'm a jeans and t-shirt girl, but I have to wear dresses, slacks, and suit jacket on weekends. And yeah, no, hard pass. I live in a rural Ohio town. We never had cool stores like that unless I traveled. Oh, like to the mall, like to a main, like a major mall. That's fair. So short when I was in high school that when I tied my sweater around my waist, the sweater was longer. Same problem. Oh, ooh, hold on. Let me grab something really quick. Okay, and I like a lot of those one size fits all cardigans, like the huge cardigans, and I'll wear like leggings and, some sort of a shirt, and my husband says I look like a hobo librarian or middle school art teacher. Hold on a second, I gotta get a box. Okay. Oh, there it is. Hold on. No. Hush, please. You don't even know what you're barking at. I'm moving something. Quiet. Hold on. I'm getting a I'm getting a photo box. Hold, please. Just a second. Hey, shush. No, you be quiet. You be quiet. I call that bohemian when I wear that stuff. Okay, bohemian. That works. Means hush. Okay, I'm trying to find some pictures for you guys of some really bad fashion. Okay. I have plenty, I'm sure. To try and find you a picture of when I was like 19. Oh, it's pardon my French, it's fucking terrible. Okay, hold on. You'll agree with me. Just a minute. I was at karaoke. Oh, it's so bad. Hold on. Oh, well, this has the velvet top. You can't really see it. Hold on, let me see it. If I can, this is me in like high school. See that like dark velvet top? It's actually like a bodice corset sort of deal. But see how tiny I was tiny. And then I'm wearing this like Elvira skirt deal in this very white suburban household. I look so bad. Anyways, that's not what I was going to show you. Hold please. I'll find it. I'll find it. It's terrible. Oh, it's so terrible. It's me at karaoke when I was like 19, and I'm wearing this like basically silver spandex outfit. Anyone else pluck all their eyebrow hairs out when no, I know. I never messed with my eyebrows, but I've been lucky enough that my eyebrows kind of have always done a very good natural look thing. So I never had to worry about that. Oh, where is this picture? Hold on. Hold on. All these freaking pictures. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, that's me when I was like 11, dressed as a vampire for Halloween. That's not what I'm looking for. Hold, please. Oh, now this is how my mother dressed me when I was like, I don't know, I was probably 9 or 10. Sweaters with turtlenecks. Why, mom? Did I do something so hateful to you that you just didn't want me to look good? Also, peep that wicker furniture. My mom had wicker everything. Do you see that? That's a wicker end table. I'm not kidding you. Had a glass top. Yeah, this was more my look in like ninth grade with overly dyed hair and a sweatshirt and some ripped up jeans. I came by my ripped up jeans honestly though, because I ripped them by wearing them. Hold on. Let's see. Where is this picture? Why am I having such a hard time finding it? Nope, none of those. Oh my God, look what else my mother did to me. Look at this. I look like I'm about to yodel. What is that? Why didn't my mom love me, guys? Tell me. Also, can I tell you a story while I'm talking shit? Okay. When I was at my 30th birthday party, while I'm looking for this. Oh, look, an even bigger copy of the same picture. Poor child. I had no teeth. None. Anyways. So my 30th birthday party, I had all kinds of friends over to this like speakeasy. It was such a cool little party, whatever. And I was talking to Dustin about like how my ears stick out kind of, slightly sticky outy ears. And my mom goes, "Yeah, when you were a baby, I used to tape your ears down and put a bonnet on your head." I was like, "You did what?" She's like, "Yeah, I used to tape your ears down and I put a bonnet on your head." I was like, "How did I make it to 30 years old and I didn't know that you taped my ears down?" Like, why, mom? Well, because I didn't want your ears to stick out like Dumbo. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know. Yes, that picture is probably Amber Jean, poor schmuck that she is. She probably still dresses like she yodels. All right, why can I not find this picture? I'm having a time. Dang it. I'm just sitting here flipping through. Okay, okay. To be fair, that's me. That's me right after we moved back from Germany. I'm on the right. But why are we dressed like dolls? Why do I look like a German girl? I don't know. And I think by the time that I was old enough to have any kind of say over what sorts of clothing that I would be wearing, it was not dresses. See, Bean, stop. You knock it off. No. No. Um, no. Oh God, I found it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Bad fashion. Are you ready for the baddest of bad fashion? Because I'm ready to show you. This is me at 19. I did not have a bowl cut, but I did have a very blunt, like Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction, but my hair was red because I'm a redhead. Look at those pants. Those are silver pants. And I got this entire ensemble, okay, at the Deb shop. If you guys remember the Deb shop, look at those pants, okay? Deal with those pants for a minute. I didn't wear anything over them. I just wore silver pants. Why? I was the coolest, I guess. At 19, I looked like, because I was very flat chested until I had my kids. I looked like somebody put my body on back. All. Poor child. Poor child. I really thought I knew something. I really thought I knew something about something, but it wasn't fashion. It definitely was not fashion. I think Beans is upset because I'm all excited. I always wanted to wear dresses, but my mom was a tomboy who wanted boys and had girls. Oh. Can you take him outside or something? Go to the bathroom? What's his problem? Well, can you check it out, please? Poor dude. He's so excited. I know. His dad not sharing his snacks. It was weird. My younger sister was born with natural curls and dirty blonde. Oh, yeah, I was a mermaid, all right, Liana. I was a I was a mermaid. Sure, we'll go with that. We'll go with that's the reason I dress that way. Apparently, I wasn't getting enough attention from my parents or something, so I thought, you know what would look great? Some silver pants and a silver top. Got Beans was snoring. Yeah, no, that's just him grumbling about whatever. Who knows? Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, anyways, I've never been fashionable, and I think, back then we were doing a lot of shopping at, the Goodwill or whatever. Before it was cool to shop at Goodwill, nowadays you go thrifting and it's like, you look so great. Look at you. Yeah, no, it was not cool to go thrifting when I was younger. If you wore Walmart brand anything, you were cast out of the cool kids club. Yeah, that was me. Forever perpetually cast out of the cool kids club. Let's go with, you know what? I'm gonna go with the special one so I can show you what it looks like because it's pretty. It's a pearlescent drill, but it's like this really pretty dusty blue color. Look at this one. Ooh, isn't it pretty? Love it. Love it. Poor child. Underwire bras, worst thing ever invented. Oh, ooh. We talk about crap about how we got through terrible TV shows and movies as kids that we now watch and go, how did we survive? Um, okay, Ren and Stimpy is a big one for me. Like, obviously Beavis and Butthead, which was not really made for kids because it was on, MTV. It wasn't on like Nickelodeon or whatever, but um Rocco's Modern Life. I love the show, but it is so inappropriate, as was like really Animaniacs when you go back and you watch it as an adult. You're like, how did I not catch any of that? None of it. Now, SpongeBob, I was never big into SpongeBob, like as a parent. Personally, I didn't really watch much of it. My ex-husband, he watched a lot of SpongeBob with my oldest, but I was never really into the show. I always just found his voice beyond annoying, like I couldn't deal. So I didn't watch that one, but my ex-husband watched a lot of SpongeBob with my oldest. My kids grew up on SpongeBob. They're 27 and 21, still watch it when they're home. Yeah. Little Rascals, also inappropriate. Yeah, there were so many shows that had themes that I never had any idea about. I just thought it was funny because they made funny sounds or funny because, they said other stupid things but never caught the like adult theminess of it. It went right over top of my head. I was never good with the entendre, even single entendre. Oh, whoops, wrong color. Glad I caught that. Looking for 32, not 37. A lot of 80 there's a lot of 90s and 2000s movies that still would not fly. Um, okay, a perfect example of one that just came back to Netflix was or came to Netflix. I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. I mean, anything from the Adam Sandler early genre of movies really would not fly if created now. They just wouldn't. A lot of Disney princess shows were weird, and now on Disney Plus, there's a pop up that says we don't approve of this now, yada yada. Yeah. Well, and I mean that's like Chasing Amy. Oh yeah, that would never go. F slurs, N slurs, just the thought that you're going to be a straight guy who's going to convert a lesbian, like just themes that definitely would not fly now. Um, and granted, I can still go back and watch the first Ace Ventura movie and find funny things in it. But the whole point of that movie by the end of it is the fact that like it's very transphobic. It's very um and very very unkind to trans people. And so while that part of the movie is just unfortunate now, we didn't know a lot back then on how it was appropriate to speak about people just, I mean, generally. And it's not about, oh, well, we were just better at taking a joke. No, we were just not educated on things. In fact, there's this really phenomenal program that I watched. It's called oh shoot. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. I will look it up because I feel like it's oh man. It's a whole thing about transgendered like media. And I feel like it was on Netflix, maybe Hulu, something, but it's about transgendered like media and how transgender people have been portrayed in media since the first silent movies. There were transgendered people portrayed in them, and really, really good stuff. I'll try and remember to look up the name of it, figure that out, and let you know because oh my gosh, it was so good, so good. Even like Friends, the fact that Chandler's dad was trans was not considered a negative portray or was yeah. Now you look back and it's like, how did we watch this? Yeah, looking forward to the Goonies sequel. Beavis and Butthead movie, but that was when Beavis and Butthead was like really popular and still, watched on television. They're gonna remake, well, not they're gonna do like a a sequel to Buffy. It's not gonna be like a reboot necessarily, but it's gonna be like vampire slayers in the future. It's not gonna try and remake Buffy. I just don't think that that would be doable. But even shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which were cutting edge for their time, still have a lot of themes and things in it that would not fly today. Um, but you know, it's it's okay. I feel like I have to give my permission sometimes to be able to go back to certain shows or movies or whatever and give myself permission to laugh at certain things. I think that the problem becomes when a person or people are the butt of the joke. It's not joking. Joking is not a problem. It's not a problem to joke around, but when somebody is specifically the butt of the joke and meant to be laughed at, not laughed with, it's a completely different thing. I think oh dang it, what's Ricky Gervais? Ricky Gervais is really fantastic in his comedy and in talking about how things can still be laughed at without laughing at someone, like making someone the butt of the joke and hurting someone. My grandma watches Buffy and Angel series all the time. Oh, I love Buffy and I love Angel. I love Angel more than Buffy's. You've never seen Goonies Wallflower? Oh, we got to fix that. We got to figure out how to fix that. Never seen a single episode of Buffy? Oh, Kim, it's good. I convinced Marissa from Diamonds and Thoughts, I asked Marissa to watch it, and she I think she ended up like basically binge watching it in a matter of a few weeks because she just couldn't stop watching. It really was cutting edge for the late 90s and definitely worth a watch now. And I'm one of those people, I like to rewatch and rewatch and rewatch things. Like if I enjoy something, I'll watch it a million times. It doesn't get old to me. That's kind of, autism is kind of like just does that, but I like to watch things until I know the entire script. Need to rewatch Buffy, have the whole series on DVD. Same. Yeah, movie night. I'm into it. Goonies is a great movie. There are some things in that, like again, it's a product of the 80s. Like, oh, do you remember the movie Just One of the Guys? It's a girl who she's in high school and she's trying to win like a writing competition or whatever, and she tries to turn in this work and they basically tell her like it's good but it's not that great, and she's like, if I were a man and had turned won this competition, blah 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 blah, and they're like, oh, that's not true. So she moves schools. She decides to turn in the same work as a dude and even goes to the school as a dude, as just one of the guys, right? And ends up, having this very complicated friendship slash relationship with this guy that she's interested in. It was a good movie, but in the end, she reveals that she's actually a woman dressing like a guy. And what was it about if somebody was dressed like a guy and wanted to reveal that they were actually a woman, that they would just like all of a sudden show their tits to everybody? Like they pull open their top, like, I have boobs. You couldn't just have like an adult conversation with somebody and be like, hey, so this is what happened. And I'm actually no, I got to show you my boobies. I have to flash them to you. She's out of control. I don't know what she's out of control with. On the beach, no less. Yeah. What's up, DP with baby cakes? My first foray with that trope was Mulan. Yeah. Yep. That is it. It's like I'm not sure why boobs have to be the big reveal. Not really sure why that is, but yeah, I'm trying to think. There was just one of the guys. Um, now I'm gonna have to think of what that show was called. The one that was like talking about transgendered people in the media. Really good show. And they had a lot of commentary from uh like transgendered icons in the media. Like um Elliott Smith. Elliott Smith was in Shameless as a transgendered man and is a transgendered man. Um, from Survivor, and they have oh, what's her name? Dang it, she's got a Barbie doll. Vern Co- Laverne Cox. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but Disney adults freak me out. We should talk crap about that. I am a Disney adult. The thing that was in or was that in China, women weren't allowed to be in the army, and Mulan wasn't letting her dad go in the army. Yeah, well, okay, so I'm not all right. But let me back up. Okay, I do love Disney. I have a deep love for Disney, but I think that's because, well, one, I grew up in like the Disney Renaissance, right? The princess Renaissance where we had singing princesses. We had yeah, I could watch movies like Snow White and Sleeping Beauty. I could go back and watch those, but like I came up in the era of Ariel, first Ariel, not the live action stuff. Lion King, um, like Mulan, Beauty and the Beast, singing princesses. I had singing princess movies, not live action singing princess movies. And so like I grew up in the Disney Renaissance, and it was not racist Disney either. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I have seen Song of the South and I've seen racist Disney, but not because I grew up in that era. And so it's hard to throw out my entire childhood and say like, "Meh, no, I don't like Disney at all. I really enjoy Disney." But I'm not one of those people that like I wouldn't go Disney bounding at Disney, meaning dressing up as uh like a stylized version of a certain character just because I'm going to Disney or whatever. I would go on the rides and I would have a good time, but I don't know. I do really love Disney. Disney adults take it to another level. Yeah. Yeah. They definitely do. They definitely do. And I think um there's they're a little bit like they take it to that almost like scary place where I I know I have special interests, but they do scare me just a little bit. Like not gonna lie. It's like I can't see myself like as an adult person now filling my entire bedroom or house with Disney items. Like yeah, I have some Disney stuff, not gonna lie, I got Disney stuff all over the place, but it's not like I'm not an adult whose whole bedroom is like modeled after Disney stuff. I don't have to buy something specifically because it was Disney, you know. So yeah, there's definitely uh people who take it way too far. Oh yeah, Pose. Pose is an amazing show, and I've watched that about 65,000 times. I love the head canons people have about Shang now that they're adults. Like that Shang was mad Mulan wasn't the twink he thought she was. Fan fiction, can we just say fan fiction freaks me out. Um like people who ship people who are real. Like, okay, I enjoy Good Mythical Morning a lot. And I've been watching Rhett and Link since before Good Mythical Morning was a thing. Like we've been listening to Rhett and Link for a very long time and watching Good Mythical Morning. I was watching it when it was like Good Morning Chia Lincoln. But people who write fanfic where Rhett and Link are a couple, people who write fan fiction just ruin everything. I'm sorry if you write fan fiction, but don't ruin everything. Ugh. People who like go back and uh they'll ship Draco Malfoy and Harry, and it's like, can we not please? We please or like sexualizing sexualizing like kid characters really grosses me out. Really grosses me out. My son called it pixie dusted when adults are heavy into Disney. Okay. My bedroom's all Harry Potter, but I'm not a stalker of the actors or any of the parks. I write fan fiction of video games and novels. Okay, that's fair. But you don't like make it weird where like children are having sexually explicit like with each other, right? Because that's just gross. I don't know why people do that. It weirds me out. It grosses me out. I'm like, can we not, especially when it's okay, fictional characters, like, okay, I get it. A fictional character is it is what it is, but because they're fictional. But like when you're fanficking like real people who are not straight or not gay and writing them as straight or gay is like really bizarre to me. Really, really freaking weird. And it's almost like I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for the fan base when fans do that. I'm like, please don't do that. Why are you making it weird? Like the rest of us didn't go there. Like, why you gotta go there? More slow burn till they're adults. Right, right. I think it depends on who's writing it. Like if they're teens writing about teens, that would be their peers. I think okay, that's fair. That is fair. But still, I think that writing real life people as couples or whatever, it weirds the people out, which is unfortunate. You know what I mean? Like, because I've there was a point where Rhett and Link read out loud some of the fan fictions that they found about themselves involving peanut butter. It was not cute. It was, in fact, very scary. I've got like these one off colors that I'm trying to find. Like one drill. It looks really good though. Um, the sections that are not uh color blocky, like the outside over here, where this is really color blocky, this is really confetti heavy, but it looks really good. Writing fan fiction about real people is over the line. Yeah. Hi, Jen. Jenna How goesies? Oh my god. Oh, okay. I was thinking about Disney and fashion, but I it'll make sense when I say it. Do you guys remember clear heels? Like the heel that you could put stuff into, like stripper heels, right? And you could put like if you wanted, you could put a liquid in there or you could fill it with different things. You remember those clear, like chunky stripper heels? I had a friend at school who wore them to school. I write my characters as an OC in Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, that's cool. I play Hogwarts Legacy. I have a current Gryffindor character, but I already played through Slytherin. I already played through my Slytherin character and won the game. So now I'm got to win the game with my Gryffindor character because the storyline is different for every house. Well, not totally different for every house. There's different stuff that happens. So I'm going to play through each house at one point or another. But right now I'm on my Gryffindor character. Love Hogwarts Legacy. I don't like the whole Draco and Hermione fanship. Yeah, especially like I'm sorry if a dude and I was in the wizarding world, mind you. If I'm in the wizarding world and the dude calls me the relative term to like a mudblood, no. There's no way that's ever gonna come back around to being a healthy relationship. That's like that no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. If because I mean, they pretty much describe the word mudblood as being like the equivalent to the dirtiest word that you can call a person. And there's just really not any good excuse for that in my mind. Like good excuse. And so you call me the equivalent of the dirtiest word for a person in their lexicon, and then we're gonna just suddenly turn it around and each other. That sounds ridiculous. I paired my OC with Sebastian Sallow. Oh, okay. Here's a question regarding Hogwarts Legacy. Every time I play, regardless of what decision I make, I always learn the unforgivable curses and then feel sometimes, not every time, but sometimes I feel very guilty about it because I'm like, technically, these are unforgivable curses, right? Like, I always have them cast on me because, I'm not then casting them, but I feel bad learning them because I'm like, technically, this is like so against the law. I won't give away any spoilers, but I do end up learning the unforgivable curses. Does anybody choose not to? And yes, I have learned the unforgivable curses and used them on people. Obviously, like ashwinders and stuff like that, because I'm a weirdo. So I have technically used the unforgivable curses in Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, this one. Okay, I only have one spot that I need to put this down, but look at these drills, you guys. It's like gunmetal. They're gray. They're the gray pearlescent. They call them shimmer drills. Look at them. They look like let me get this light up here. They look like gunmetal. They're crazy looking. They're so good. But I only need to put one down. There we go. All right, my square is done now, finally. Oh, it took me forever. Anyways, okay. What else do we need to talk crap about? We can't be done. There's no way we're done talking crap. Never learn them because they're illegal. And if you the ministry has a tracker on you or something, that's fair. That's fair. I use them anyway because I am a rule breaker and I follow rules. But my OC from like when when the books kind of first came out, I always end up in Slytherin, always, which is not a surprise to me in the least, but it is what it is. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Here's a question. Fashion question. Are we do we think that shoulder pads will circle back around? And if they do, are you going for them? Are you pro shoulder pads or are you like no shoulder pads? Because in my mind, they look really amazing on some people. I am not one of those people. Like I'm definitely not one of those people. You hope not. We're all going, no. Okay, no. Feels like old person stuff. You're not wrong. No. And like, okay, the one person that I can think of that pulled it off, right, would be like Dorothy Zbornak, circa Golden Girls, the Arthur, right? But she had kind of narrow shoulders to begin with, and it was her frame. She's like a tall lady, and so it looked good for her because her frame was already sort of like seemed like it should be a little bit broader at the shoulders. I don't think they will. Fashion has been moving more toward unstructured. Yeah, that's true. That is true. And bras, because who wants to wear a bra, really? My great grandma wore them with her church clothes. Oh, that's adorable. I feel like I have always dressed in an unstructured manner as much as I possibly could. Because who needs to be structured, anyways? You know what I mean? Hard pass. Oh, so I put, okay. So I put this like blue metallic washi tape around the edges. It was just something that I got in like a 5 pack or whatever from the dollar store. But I love this stuff and it looks really good with the colors. It's going to look so good, but look at it. Isn't it looking great? Oh, it's looking great. I'm excited. Wireless lightly lined bras. Wouldn't that be nice? We are overdue for some for a little bit of structure in our bras without having to have like a full on underwire situation. Like, where's that been all my life? I mean, I wear sports bras just because then I don't have to wear an underwire because hard pass. A hard pass on that. You don't ever have a water bra? Oh my god, yes, I did. Yeah, but that was because I was so flat chested. It felt like, if I'm being honest, it felt like cheating. It really did, but I didn't care. I didn't care because I had nothing to begin with. I had nothing to begin with. I had to do something. Although, do you remember the it was like a like legit a baby that you would put warm water into and it or baby alive, not water babies. Pretty sure water babies is an offensive term. If it is, I apologize. Baby alive, right? Isn't that what the thing was called? You put water inside of it, like warm water, and it made it feel like a real baby. Because it would like jiggle. It felt like putting one of those in my bra. Moldy water babies. Yes. Oh, and then when you'd open it after leaving the water in there for too long, it would smell like mold. Ugh. Gross. I think dressing nice for church should be a thing or no. I've never had a nice dressy clothes for stuff like that. I've been seeing people wearing jeans to church more and more as well. Okay, so to be fair, I don't know. I don't know because I don't go to church. I've not gone to church. I Christian. That said, I absolutely love seeing the fashions that people wear to like traditionally African American churches, how they like go out of their way to wear like really expensive fancy hats and things like that. But like my honest opinion, being a non-Christian, like outside looking in, I feel like people should accept you for who you are, like come as you are type deal. I think that there's a certain amount of like we don't do things we used to do, like dress up to get up on a flight. You know what I mean? Like there are people, monsters who will take off their shoes and socks on an airplane and will, flop their feet into the row in front of them with zero shame. Yuck. But there was a time when people used to dress up to get on a flight. Like it was a very special occurrence. It wasn't something that you just went in sweatpants and whatever. Do I think that there should be at least some amount of give a crap to when you leave the house generally? Yes. I don't think it's appropriate to go out in like a bathrobe and go do your Walmart shopping or whatever. Like at least put on maybe, I don't know, a pair of regular pants or something. But I'm also not gonna knock somebody if you're comfortable in your pajamas at a Walmart. I don't know. It would be nice if people would take just a little bit of extra time, just a little bit. You don't have to go crazy. I'm not asking you to like go full, makeup or whatever, but it would be nice if people at least gave a half a crap. Sweats on a flight with comfy shoes. Right. Because I mean, I don't want to be in a car. I don't want to be in a car for hours and hours in jeans. I wear comfortable pants when I'm in the car for a long time. So, sure. But like, maybe not unwashed, looking like, sure, if you're going to wear your cute little sweats outfit or whatever, your comfortable clothes on a flight, maybe you're showered would be at least a good start. Just a good start. Would only put on makeup for Target, but not Walmart. Very that. I worked at Walmart and late at night seeing people in those onesie pajamas grocery shopping. Yeah, for real. But yeah, you gotta at least be clean. Right. Goddess Jen knows what I'm talking about. It's like be comfortable, but just like be washed. Washed is good. Unwashed bad. It shouldn't, and that's the thing too. It should not be like a hard concept. Dustin and I were talking about Magic the Gathering tournaments at like card stores or whatever, and how they're having issues with young and older dudes. Sorry, ladies. It's not because we don't play, it's because we're usually washed. Going to play Magic the Gathering and like them having to remind them that they need to put on deodorant and that they need to like not stink like the unwashed masses when they go to a card game with a bunch of other people that have to be in the same room with you and smell you. Like, at least put on some deodorant. Doesn't have to be antiperspirant. I am very antiperspirant. I don't want to put, aluminum in my armpit, but I'll wear deodorant. I'm not going to go into a place where I'm going to hang out with a bunch of other people and stink. Like that's not going to happen. But like wash your armpits. Put on a little bit of deodorant so that people don't have to smell you, you know? People of Walmart. Yeah. My grandma still had her pajamas on and got ready for Walmart shopping. And I went, Grandma, she goes, I'm not going into Walmart in my PJs. I'm sure they've seen worse, but I dress up when I go. Right. And use a washcloth. Like, wash all your parts. I think it's too much to ask. I really don't think it's too much to ask. But there's a lot of people out there, they just don't care. It's like, yeah, they do whatever. They just do whatever. Yes, I've seen people be out pumping gas and they're wearing a bathrobe and flip-flops and it's like, well, you really went out of your way today, huh? Have you tried routine deodorant? No, I use Native. I like Native deodorant. Okay, it's weird. This is going to sound weird, but I was actually turned on to Native deodorant when I went to rehab because they don't allow you to wear Any deodorants or antiperspirants that have alcohol in the first 3 ingredients. So you have to get something like a natural sort of deodorant, like Tom's or whatever, because they worry that you'll try to eat it or drink it if it's a spray on or whatever, which sounds really, really sad. But there are people who, when they are an alcoholic or an addict, they will do the craziest things for the substance of their of no choice, right? Their drug of no choice. Um, so I found Native deodorant when we were shopping for the things that I was going to need for rehab, and I fell in love with the scents. They sell Native at Walmart and they sell Native at Target. Uh, like that. I've tried Lumi. I was not impressed with Lumi deodorant. Native is expensive in my store. Yeah, it's pretty expensive just generally. But I feel like I like their scents better. They smell better in my opinion. And then also like it lasts. I don't put on Native like every single day. I can usually, and I wash every day. Like I get in the bathtub nightly, right? And wash myself. But you can get away with leaving Native on like overnight, or you can reapply just a little bit. Like you don't have to go nuts with it. I like it. I tried Lumi. I was not super impressed. I didn't find it to be any better, in my opinion, than like any other type of deodorant. So I just never spent the money on it again. I love the smells of Native. They have like so many good, like one I even like their uh shampoo and conditioner. Sugar cookie I think is my very favorite smell for the shampoo and conditioner. As for like deodorant, I think it's orange and cedar. I like a more masculine smell when it comes to like deodorants or things. I like more of them, even perfumes. I like a more musk smell than like a feminine floral kind of scent. I don't like sickly sweet smells. Never tried Native? You should, Shannon. The reason I like it is because then I'm not putting a bunch of aluminum in my armpits because, that can cause all kinds of problems. You can block up your sweat glands. Putting aluminum in your armpit can give you cancer in some cases, which is scary enough for me. Like, scary enough odds that I don't wanna give myself armpit cancer. Oh my god. So, you know that you're old when there was I think it was, like, I don't remember if it was Dove or what deodorant company it was, okay? And the song that they use for their commercial, the the starting lyrics are, "My neck, my back, but it's not the rest of what you're used to hearing." When you start using songs like that for a deodorant commercial, you know you've gotten old because that particular, I think it's, what is it? My thighs are left intact, but that's not the original lyrics. I was a little like, what is happening right now? Like they're using the song for a deodorant. I'm so confused. And all over body deodorant. Maybe it was like Degree. I don't remember what deodorant company it was, but I had to laugh about it. The scent she likes is cucumber mint. Yeah, mine is like Orange Cedar, or imagine if that was our elevator music. That'd be we'd be getting low in the elevator. Oh my gosh. Too funny. I'm like, am I hearing this right? Is this really happening right now? Yes, indeed it is. Okay. Like that was unexpected. Then I got to think to myself, like, when did I, what happened? Like, what even happened? And it's an earworm too, which is like not great. Because once it's in your head, it's there. It's there forever. Dove. It might have been Dove. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not totally positive. Okay, what are we talking crap about now? What time are we at? Let's see. Still got 25 minutes to talk some shit. What are you gonna talk shit about? You got a topic, Dustin? Anything you'd like to talk shit about? Talk shit about shit talkers. Okay. Let me tell you about shit talkers. All right. Here's the thing. Generally, when I have something to say, generally, I if I've said it behind your back, I will say it to your face. Would you say that's accurate, Dustin? That if I've said something behind somebody's back, that I would have zero problem saying it to their face. Don't quit lying. Quit lying. You know that's not even true. I talk good game. You're a jerk. Anyways, I so I like it when that though, when somebody comes out like a lion and then when you confront them about their shit talking, then they back off real hard and they're like, "Oh, not I never said anything like that." Okay. But you did though. It's like the minute you confront them, the story changes. Like, "Oh, well, I didn't mean it like that." "Oh, well, what did you mean when you said that I was a wretched wench?" What exactly did you mean though? If you didn't mean it like that, what exactly how am I supposed to take being a wretched wench, you know? So, at least at the very least, talking crap about crap talkers, right? If you're going to talk crap about somebody and you get caught up, somebody finds out that you said something, at least own what you said. Because if not, like that whole if you can't walk the walk, don't talk the talk sort of deal. I pretty much, if I've said it behind somebody's back, I would have zero issue saying it to their face. Because I also don't generally speak in untruths. I don't feel like if I've said it about somebody, it's probably true. Maybe in my perception of being true, like maybe it's not always true in the person whom I've said it about's eyes, I guess, but the fact remains that it is the truth as I see it. It was it was a compliment. Nah. I don't know. I have a hard time with somebody like being all nice to my face and then when my back is turned they have really wretched things to say about me, and it's like if you feel that way about me, then just tell me that's how you feel about me. I'm a grown up. I feel like I can take at least some form of constructive criticism without flying off the handle or whatever. Like And if I've said something that has hurt or bothered somebody, then I'd at least like to clarify with them why I said it or what I said exactly, because oftentimes when someone repeats what you've said to another person, it's always from the perspective like they said it because they were trying to be horrible about you or whatever. And I am also not generally the person who starts the crap talking, but I will absolutely defend myself against crap talkers, you know? Hate it when they ask my opinion and then get pissed about it and then shit talk. Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk crap about all the drama in the diamond painting community right now. Like what happened? It's so well, okay, Melissa. Specifically, what do you mean? Because believe it or not, there's a whole lot that gets said behind closed doors in the diamond painting community, in people's discords or in on people's twitches or whatever. There's always stuff circulating, but nobody talks about those things out in, let's say, well, okay, because what it used to be, my understanding. Now, I was not around, so I am only speaking on what I have been told by people who were around in those days, that it used to be that some of the very like popular group at the time, that they would go on to live streams and then they would completely dog on another person, like another YouTuber or another community member or another whatever in their lives. And it was just really messy, like back in the early days of the YouTube diamond painting community. And now they kind of keep it behind closed doors with their close friends on their discords or their Facebook groups or whatever, their members. So it kind of depends on what exactly you're talking about, because there's pockets of all kinds of bullcrap. Just people being mean to each other all the time, the back and forth clicks and meanness. I think honestly, I think some of that is one, women, because women be womening, right? I also think that some of it is competition. Like I try not to focus on myself. I try not to focus on one, like what other content creators subscriber counts are, because then you get you get in your head a little bit about like, okay, their channel isn't as produced as mine is, or their channel isn't as well thought out as, like, their content isn't as well thought out as mine is. So why do they have so many subscribers, more subscribers than I do? Or a person might look at, oh well, they're copying me because they talk about the same subjects that I do, or whatever, right? I think some of it is competition. I think some of it is just being women. Um, and then I think that some of it also is there are very what feels like exclusive groups in, in the community, and you're either cool enough to be in them or you're not. And the person who gets to be the arbiter of what is cool, um, it depends on who you're talking to. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who are considered popular for different reasons, but are they the arbiters of what's cool? Meh. This is exactly why I tend to stick to myself, because one, I am an absolute nerd loser. I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that like legit I'm a loser. I just mean that like my interests are not the interests of other people. And I am also not very good at peopling. So I probably wouldn't last long in those types of groups anyways. But yeah, I think Yeah, DP with baby cakes. There used to be a lot of ish talking and bullying back in the day. And like they would talk mad crap about somebody who in their live, like while they were sitting there listening to it. Now, again, I wasn't there, but I've heard lots about it. Or people that screw up, don't own it, and blame it on somebody else. Very that. Very that. And like I I've only been around a year, right? Like I wasn't in any community stuff a year ago. And so sometimes I feel like the people who've been around time, they're only welcoming to certain people. Like it's almost like with some of the people who've been around a really long time, it's like by invitation only, it feels like. And you're either cool enough to be in that group or you're not. And I don't know who decides whether you're cool enough to be in that group. Even if you put your hand out and you're like, yo, I'm Naomi, nice to meet you, and they ignore you, like you can either feel offended about it or just kind of move on. And I'm the kind of person like, I'll just move on. It doesn't, it's not, I'm not gonna let it bother me because I've been that in that so many times in my life now in my 40s that I've just learned that I'm the one who decides if that hurts my feelings. You know what I mean? I have the same kind of flavor of autism as you, so I feel the same. Yeah, yeah. And it's like I I could beat the crap out of myself trying really, really hard to figure out the formula for getting in with certain people or certain groups or whatever. And I just don't, one, I don't have the patience. Two, I don't have the social skills. I really don't. I really don't. I'm the kind of person who would come right out in a group setting like that and ask straight up like, so is there a particular reason why it feels like your group, whoever this happens to be, this fake person that I'm talking to, is there a particular reason that it feels like you need to have an invite to be in your group? Like is your group exclusive for some specific reason? And then I would immediately be ousted, I'm sure, because I just straight up asked a question. Oh, I'm probably better off on the fringes, to be honest with you. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That and I really like to have a good laugh, and people who take me too seriously, like, unfortunately, I don't have a way to explain to them that most of the time I'm just trying to have fun, you know? Why waste the energy on those types of people? Right. I feel so left out when drama happens and I don't know about it and then get yelled at that I don't talk about it. I'm like, I don't live on the internet. Right, Autumn? That's true. Yeah. Well, and then there's a certain amount of it that it doesn't belong out in the general like community anyways because most people, not all, there's many of us who we know all of the tea. We don't talk about it on our YouTubes necessarily, but we know all about the tea, right? But a lot of it doesn't belong on somebody's YouTube. You know what I mean? And so it used to be a lot of people didn't care. They would just talk about everything. They would just let it all hang out. And I'm sure at the time that went really well. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that I 100% had this idea. Now, I would never do this, not me personally. I think somebody should, but I got to thinking about wouldn't it be interesting if there was a person, any person, who was like a lady whistle down of the diamond painting community who would like on their channel, they would use some voice changer or whatever to make themselves sound like Lady Whistledown and just like legit spill all of the secrets, talk about all of the things, and you all know what all of the things I'm talking about, all of the things that affect the community and just let it all out, right? I would 100% subscribe to that channel. I don't know why no one has done it. Um, I'm telling you, the person would monetize instantly. I mean, look at the way that Marissa got over 1,000 subscribers in the span of just a weeks because of her video about the stuff going on between um Hannah and Dak. And all she did was read stuff, right? So clearly our community is hungry for that sort of thing. And I would 100% listen to and subscribe to this channel, but it isn't going to be me. If that ends up popping up out there, one, I will fully take credit for having the idea, but it won't be me doing it. You want a Lady Whistledown? Dearest gentle reader. Oh my God. Could you imagine? It would be amazing. I would fully, as soon as that person hits monetization, I'm like, you owe me. You owe me a boon for giving you a diamond of an idea. You're gonna start one? Okay. A drama channel for diamond. Yes, yes. And call it something like, I don't know, like the DP community scandals sheet or something. Like the Wendy Williams of DP Tube. Yes. How you doing? I came in a few minutes ago. I'm in my 40s, and you're one of the most honest persons I've heard. I stay away from women because it does not matter the age, the high school drama. It's seriously though, and thank you. DP Mrs. Doubtfire. Yes. And thank you besides myself. I appreciate that. I also tend to stay in my bubble. Call it raw drills. Raw drills, cheap thrills. It's just like because even the people who are like putting up on their whipping chats or lives or whatever, like, oh, we're gonna spill the tea. No, you're not. You're just sitting there chatting with each other. Stop lying. About Hannah Lynn. You're not talking about Diamond Art Club. You're not talking about Art and Soul. You're not talking about all the things that have gone on recently. I want to hear somebody talk about why these things happen and because yeah, I want to hear somebody tell me stories about the ye oldie days of YouTube and what certain content creators behaved like back then and how they behave now and how that is very different. And all of this stuff. I would love to hear all of these things. Would subscribe immediately. So whoever does that, I will fully take credit. But I'm not doing it. Dropping drills. Yeah. Spill the drills. Drills down. Something. I'm telling you. But like, dearest gentle Rita. Maybe we could have like the diamond of the season, right? The incomparable. You have to have your incomparable diamond of the season. Somehow this person Bridgerton, right? And they always speak kindly of me. So suddenly like the finger is pointed at me that it's me. Like I am this Lady Whistledown of the diamond painting community, but I love this idea. I'm telling you, I love it. Don't worry, I'll pretend to be your cover at least for a little bit. But we're going to find out that it's not me, that it's somebody else. So cuz I'm not doing it. I won't do it, but I think somebody should. really is very different now in this community. I would subscribe so freaking fast. Well, yeah, because now we'll just alter your voice and start a podcast. Yes, I'm into it. Oh, we need a deep dive into the make your own wall out DPing guy. Oh, that guy is he's something. I'm not going to say out loud what he is, but he's something. I've got thoughts. Thoughts. And that's the thing. Most people, like I said, they're talking in their own discords. They're talking in their own Facebook groups, or they have their, their members only chats or Zooms or wherever they meet up, Discord, where they talk about all those things, but not out in the open. Everybody hides. Everybody hides because they're afraid of getting banned, or they hide because they're afraid of the way that other people would come at them, which is fair because I've seen now like the way that some people, like even artists, the way that some artists fans behave, and like I wouldn't want those people coming for me. Hard pass. But the person's identity would have to be like an incredibly guarded secret, because that person would probably be very hated. Honestly, it's a reason some artists refuse to go into licensing with diamond painting companies, because it's honestly sounding a bit scary when your art can be stolen by Temu and Shein. Yeah. Yeah. Once you've had your artwork like turned into a diamond painting, another company, it's so easy for other DP companies to get a hold of those, even just your artwork now, and use it. I mean, look at Margaret Morales is all over AliExpress stores. I've seen Margaret Morales all over AliExpress stores, and Mrs. Butter D. I've seen what's her name? Blah, 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 Geneva Bowers. I've seen her all over AliExpress. And they don't even care. Artist watermark right on there, but sell it just like it is with the artist watermark right in the middle of the picture. They don't care. They do not even care. Well, speaking of moving things into private discords and things like that, it is just about time for us to move on over to Discord After Dark. For those who are not part of my Discord, let me get you an invite so that if you would like to join us in voice chat, you can do so. Give me just a moment while I get you a link. Here we go. Grab that. There it is. And if you do want to come into Discord with us and join along with us in our voice chat, you are welcome to do so. We usually hang out in there for several hours after, just talking smack, or hanging out, laughing about things, sharing what diamond paintings we're working on, etc., 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 spilling tea beyond what we can spill on the YouTubes. But I hope that if you are going to come and join us on Discord After Dark, that if you would like to, you come and do so. I'm going to keep working on this diamond painting and continue the conversation. We can figure out who's going to be our Lady Whistledown. We'll plot and plan. All right, somebody plot and plan with me, would you? Anyways, I am going to get out of here and head over to Discord. Like I said, I hope that you guys will join us if you would like to. It is totally free. And if you don't know how to use Discord, don't worry, we will teach you. It's not hard to figure out. If I can figure it out, trust me, you can figure it out. It's really not difficult. But otherwise, you guys, I'm gonna get the heck out of here as it is nearing now on to 9:30, the usual time that I get done. And then I will be back. Like I said, I'm planning on moving the Tuesday live to 7:30 this upcoming Tuesday, just to see how that works out, if it's better, if we get more people, all that fun stuff. Just, just trying it out, trying it on for size, see what happens. All right, y'alls, I'm gonna finish this color real quick. Like, let me lay these last couple of drills here. Oh, one more, one more, one more, one more. There we go. All right. I'm going to get on over to Discord and I hope to see you there. As ever, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world of ours, that you are having a phenomenal morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. All right, guys, I'm going to see you in a little bit. Be good. Much love. Goodbye. See you later.